Hello there, and as usual, I'm Aaron from Laststandgamers, and welcome back to another exciting server tour. Just what have the players been up to in the week since the last one? Well, there's new outposts have been destroyed, players have built new rovers and constructed all sorts of strange contraptions. So let's start ourselves up here. We're actually at the CSR Outpost. Now this has all been constructed, I think, within the week since we last had a look. They've built themselves a rover, they've built themselves this cool looking control tower with a radar dish on top to complete the design. We've got these blue sort of accents, and there's also a mini grinder truck in here that looks like it's been converted from the respawn rover. Pretty cool indeed, sort of seeing it in that configuration. The only issue with this base is it's on top of a giant mountain, so how they're going to get back up and down here is going to be interesting, to say the least. Let's hope some wrecks spawn nearby. Anyway, let's head over to the next outpost. So we're over at ARC now. ARC just spawn things in, so you can see they've got a usual strange array of contraptions in their valley. They've got themselves the 3D printer, some of the stuff we saw already. Let's quickly jump down the valley so I do not bore you with some of the things you've seen before. We've got some new rovers under construction, this one having plenty of spare tyres because they love to lose tyres when they're driving about. We've also brought in a new wreckage over here, possibly captured either from one of the events or something's going on with this thing. You can see how it's a little bit damaged, looks like it needs either some repair or it can be scrapped down. Now, having a look through the rest of their rovers, there is some larger ones being reconstructed. These guys have done a pretty good job at capturing some rovers as well as building their own. So this looks like some sort of hydrogen adapter rover to connect up and store hydrogen. And then we've got the classic ramming variety as well as the rotating grinder heads that we've seen before. Also a cool little access way into a troop carrier area in the back there with a survival kit. So let's continue on. Now the next faction I want to head over to is DBS. So if we come over to DBS, let's give them a little bit of light so we can see them a little clearer. There we go. So the DBS base is extended a little bit further. They're actually working on their second hut here. They've got their welding machine on that sort of axle there, and they're welding up another one of their bunkers. Now these bunkers are super strong. These are actually made of blast door blocks, reinforced to protect all of their goodies inside with a very simple sort of layout. Of course, they've got their small rovers and a few of their ships around the perimeter, but quite a nice little bit of construction going on here. Some new funky looking rovers here in this section with some bumpers. Now this thing looks quite crazy. What's this got in here? Oh, it's got like a missile launcher with decoys, rockets, and even a ship on the roof. They've got lots of red or pink pointy sticks as well as some gold ones there to ram into the enemy. Because ammunition is so short on this planet, a lot of players have been attempting to ram others. We've also got a little defensive tower turret over in this section as well. So let's go back to our menu, let's jump inside here and head over to HOR. Now HOR have built themselves this interesting looking oil rig type contraption. You can see it looks like they've either tried to maneuver it or they've stacked it up on the ground here. And on top of here you can see there's various different connection points. They power the thing up, and inside here they're starting to build their refineries and production systems as well as produce a med bay. Now they've got this lovely little HOR sign on the roof, obviously telling everyone above who this belongs to and making a great target for bombing. So there's a lot of construction to be done here, but these are some of the new things. Let's keep on trucking. So we're going to go over to IMS next, so we just got to find them. IMS there in the list. Let's see if this IMS bomber is anywhere near their outpost. Sometimes you click on a grid and it's just out in the middle of the field. Now this one looks like it's just out in the middle of nowhere. So we'll go back down, we'll find IMS again. There we go. Cargo stuff would probably be around a base location. So here we go at the IMS outpost, and it looks like this guy's taken some damage from the last battle. All this was secured up tight. These rovers look like they've been either blown apart, destroyed, seen a little bit of action in here, but this whole base has got plenty of holes in. We've got some rovers looking like they're taking construction and grinding back to the next level, but the production facility at the back seems pretty much intact. They've still got hydrogen tanks online charging up. But yeah, there's a few holes. There must have been some sort of battle happening here, especially to blow the front of the hangar bay off like this. If we come into the back area as well, you can see that we've got the rear hangar. Some rovers still in construction here, so this base is still going to be operational. Oh, this must be of some sort of target range. Sadly, it's been blown apart. Anyway, let's continue on and see which other bases are out there. So from IMS, we're actually heading over to KOL now. Now KOL, I actually did a little bit of a trading mission with them. And truth be told, I did a bit of a trading mission with everyone on the server who was available the other day, and we exchanged some ammunition for some of their steel plates. I played the role of a scrapper who was looking for some steel and some other materials to trade. So of course we've got the Knights of Lupus logo. We've got all of their lovely logos everywhere. And as we enter into their base, we've got quite a nice perimeter wall, as well as these little decoy turrets that you'll see. Let's give them a little bit of light so we can see a little bit more clearly. So as the sun comes up there, you can see they've got these little decoy turrets out on the perimeter, of course with the decoy blocks securely placed behind sort of blast door armor. They've got these up in the hills as well. When we had a look at this last time, it's expanded a lot further. They've started construction of some more of their flying type vessels. So you can see underneath here, they've got themselves the thruster housing. Really cool design, this one. Let's have a look into some of their access tunnels and doorways. Double blast door airlock into a large cavern. Maybe they're going to expand their production into there. And then they've got the wall that stretches along the perimeter. Over here, it looks like they're attempting to print another ship. You can see they've got these printers on these sort of runners that can move up and down, so they can print a large surface area in a cross section. Very funky indeed. And along the wall you can see they've got all the Gatling guns there. Some grinder ships, another ship that looks like it's almost completed, maybe completed. You've got these large thrusters, relying on a lot of hydrogen to keep this in the air, but if you can get a ship on this server and keep providing it with hydrogen, you have a significant advantage. Over here there is some sort of aircraft control tower for communication. Little cargo container up the top there, and it allows you to have a nice overlook over the outpost. Let's have a little bit more of a dip through some of these other doors and see what's going on. So we've got a half hangar door there with some sort of rover that's semi-constructed. We've got a little connector type vessel there with hydrogen, maybe to connect different parts up. We've also got a grinder ship over in this section. I'm guessing these little doors lead out to the perimeter through a double airlock. Very cool. Lovely base, KOL. Keep up the hard work. Now we're going to head over to RSB. So let's actually have a look on our entity list and search RSB. Now RSB there. Here we go. Now Spice and RSB have been hard at work on this thing, and when you pass this in the sort of snowy wasteland, it almost looks like one of them machines from that movie. Is it not Oriental Machines or something? Oh damn it, Aaron, whatever that movie is. But this thing comes towards you with its little roller. It's got turrets on the side, and as you can see, it's got these like crane attachments. It almost looks like a giant oil rig slash city on the move. Of course, it's under construction as he's moving about, building more sections to it. Let's have a little bit of a dip inside and see what's going on. This is probably one of my favourite large rovers at this moment in time. So as we go inside, we've got ourselves various different rooms, different cabins. We've got production on the lower decks, very cool. And then we've got some more rooms taking shape at the back here. And we've got his scrapping arm with all of his 4 pistons on there, so he can reach a wreck, scrap it down, suck it back into the machine, and start producing straight away. There's going to be some good areas for crafts on the back. You can see all his Gatling guns here on the side, and he's got the wheel, a large sort of cross section of wheels as well, so it's going to be quite stable over the terrain. A very, very cool rover. Let's have a look at the cockpit up here. So yeah, it's just a simple sort of design with the cockpit, not really fleshed out, just the main workings of it with a staircase leading down. What's this? Minstrel City Population Report. Oh, interesting. So he's putting a little bit of a background to this place. Slowly coming together. We'll see how it ends up in the last 2 weeks, what this place turns into. Anyway, let's go back to our list. Now, in fact, we are looking for a place that got attacked in the last week. Now, this is the BHA Sanctuary. Now, you remember I showed you this giant castle. This is what is left of it. Now, I'm not too sure of the attack. I didn't manage to catch the footage. But you can see the front door's been rammed in. Someone's actually left a rover rammed inside here. This place came under attack quite hard. It looked like they tried to up the defences by adding some armoured blast door blocks around the towers. But this thing got annihilated. Hopefully BHA will move on and find a different location to continue building their castles or other designs. But yeah, this place got hard. I think there's even a remains of some sort of tip from a rover there. That could be the evidence of who actually did this. I'm sure I've seen one of them in the other factions. But yeah, sad to see this castle torn down. But that's what these PvP and action servers are all about. Fighting each other and having awesome battles around your creations. Now, we've got 2 more players to visit. We have ourselves Wizard, and we also have... Let's just pop down here. We'll check Wizard. So Wizard has been working hard on his little caravan type rover. You can see the attachment has grown further. The caravan trailer is looking fantastic. The standardized rover here, I think this is actually, you can find it in a reverse sort of situation. You must have caught him when he was backing down the hill or doing something. They've got this little welcome to scrap and trade. I think this must be the scrapping deck. Come find wizard or apathy for in-game trade. Very cool. I'm liking this. So this is the guts of the caravan at the back here with a little rover in the rear, like a cow camouflage rover. Really awesome design. I'm really liking this. They've got the welder arm, sorry, the grinder arm that pops down at the back and just annihilate a structure. Quite a complicated design this, but you see with the pistons, welders and rotors, it worries me, but knowing it's Wizard, I know it's in safe hands, so it won't be causing too much clang on the server. A really cool rover. Can't wait to see if they do anything else to it. Maybe another trailer, maybe some more crazy little accessories. You can see they've also brought the wheels up in here so they can more easily pivot the trailer section. Very cool indeed. I really like that one. Let's go and check on Joe. Let's see what he's been up to. So let's have a little scroll through our list and see if we can find him. Now SGC's base is also down here, but it's seen better days. I mean, when we saw this last time, it was looking pretty good. They had a test facility, had all this, but it looks like they've been absolutely smashed. Hopefully they move to a different location and are setting up shop there, because it's not looking good for them with all these craters and holes around this place. It must have been a bloody big attack. So let's continue having a look. We're going to try and find Joe's stuff wherever it may be hiding. It tends to hide normally at the bottom of the list for some reason. But let's have a quick look. There we go. We've got some of Joe's stuff in here. So Joe's not doing too bad as a solo faction. His little base is sitting up here. Another player that I visited on a trade the other day. You can see he's looking very stealthy and high-tech. He's even got some sort of missile launcher in that section and a few new rovers, but not a super amount of additions from the last one. I guess he's just concentrating on getting scrapping supplies so he can continue his survival. So there we go. A quick look at the LSG server on the Scraplands. Now, this has been a crazy one so far, and I can't wait to capture some more battles and some more events that are coming up shortly. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.